Well, I don't know if this is going to work or not. This may be an epic fail. Don't go away. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fat Guy Productions. I am Paul, coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And today we're going to do this Brabham Repco Hot Wheel Redline. I have a plan here, and I don't know how good it's going to come out. Okay, so look. This is original paint. And to my eye, it is solid. It's not perfect, but it's solid. The base is tarnished, needs some work. Somebody had put these ridiculous white wheels on it. That's got to go. The glass is solid, just needs some love. The motor is completely there. It just needs to be cleaned up and re-chromed. Do you see where I'm going with this? I don't want to take this apart. I want to see if I can make this beautiful without taking this apart. Now, I had done another car, did a video, you've seen it, where I just polished out the body. That's kind of what I'm doing today, except on a higher scale. This needs new wheels. It needs the body polished. It needs the base cleaned and polished. The windshield, it needs a complete wash. So, yeah, there's a lot more here to unpack, and I don't know if I can do this or not. We're going to try. Let's get to work. Well, it may seem on the surface that restoring a diecast without having to take it apart would be a bed of roses. It's not all rainbows and unicorns. There are issues. For instance, the simple task of wire brushing my base here. Well, the wire brush is too big, the base is too small, and I don't want to damage the paint job. So that really didn't work out well. And there's little challenges that you have to face and overcome to make this work out right. But I still think we can do it. One thing I want to do differently is I'm going to go ahead and take off the wheels now. Normally I would keep them on to protect the hubs, but they're really, really in my way as far as working on the base goes. So I'm going to get rid of them now. Now, they weren't in bad shape. They were just white and they didn't work here. I probably would have kept them and, who knows, maybe use them in a future project, but I don't want to damage this casting. It's too nice. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these off just to make sure I don't hurt the hubs. So I do have a backup plan. And the backup plan is to take it apart and restore it like I normally do. But I really don't want to do that because I can actually salvage this and it will be essentially a 100% original Hot Wheel Redline. If I can pull this off. But, it's already fighting me, just trying to get these stupid white wheels off of here. Once the wheels were cut away, I was able to do a little bit more work on the base. And it's coming out okay, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Right now, I'm going to turn my attention to the glass. Now, the glass is really solid on this casting, but like all of these little race cars, that top exposed edge always gets gnarly a little bit. So I'm using a sanding sponge here, and I'm just lightly sanding the top edge to clean it up. And then I can go ahead and get to polishing. And with the polishing, I'm going to use the Flitz on the base, the body, the glass, the whole schmack. So we'll go ahead and get this thing polished up now. I'll start with the base, and I just take a little of the Flitz, put it on my finger, and smear it all over the base. And then I'm just using my rotary tool with the buffing wheel. Now, I won't use this for the glass, and I probably won't use it for the paint. But for the base, this ought to help me get the base nice and shiny, whereas I really wasn't getting where I needed to be with the brass bristle brush. So we'll just go ahead and run this over from a few different directions, get this base nice and shiny. Now, just as I would if the base was off the casting, I'll go ahead and take it over to a microfiber towel and just buff it back and forth to really drive that shine home. So for the body, I put some Flitz on the body using my finger and a cotton bud and just kind of polished it up that way. And I'm really hoping that I can get the sheen that I want with the microfiber towel. So that's where I'm at now. I'm just kind of shining everything up, getting that microfiber towel in all the nooks and crannies, and really getting that paint to look good again. Once the body is done, all I got to do is take a little of the Flitz on a Q-tip, and I can polish out that windshield and make it look like a million bucks. Uh, what about gauzy, you might ask? We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, the base, even though it's attached to the casting, is still just bare metal. It's polished and it looks good, but it's still bare metal, so we need to seal it with our Renaissance wax. So I get a glob on my finger, I'll smear it all into the base, and then I go ahead and take the microfiber towel and I'll buff it all off. Okay, so you know I love my gauzy, and the glass looks great. I really don't even need to do this, but I'm kind of addicted to the gauzy, so I had to figure out how to do it. And what you have to do is if you're going to brush paint on gauzy, you just need to work fast and wet. Okay? Get this onto the glass as quick as you can and as neatly as you can, as wet as you can. Don't let this stuff start to set up. Okay? Because then you can start to get brush marks or goopy spots, and you don't want that in your windshield. Okay? So dip it, brush it, and let it dry. Okay, so the engine on this casting is in perfect condition with the exception of the finish. Okay, all the chrome is battered and beat and missing and just it looks like garbage. So I'm going to fix this using Molotow Chrome. Now I like to buy it in the refill bottle because I can just open it up, put just a couple drops in a container, paint it on, do whatever I need to do, and it works fantastic. And this little tube has lasted me for a very, very, very long time. Now, when we go ahead and paint this on, the trick, just like the gauzy, is you got to work fast and wet. Okay, gauzy, pardon me, not the gauzy, the Molotow likes to go on wet, and that's when you get the best chrome effect. Okay, so you want to get this on, get a lot of it on, get it on while it's wet, get it all on there, and get away from it. Okay, don't overwork it, or you're going to make it look terrible. All right, so it's coming out really, really good. And right now, I'm going to put on large tires all the way around. What else would a race car have? The large tires. Looking really good. Adjustment there. Oh, that looks really good. I need you get in here. Looks really, really great. One last thing I want to do before I give it a cleanup. I'll be right back. Okay, so I wasn't fully happy with the look of the interior. It still looks like it's a little dirty. So what I'm gonna do, put a little Windex in here. Got a brush. I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna clean up the interior a little bit better. All right, so here it is, and it can or cannot have decals on it. For right now, I think I'm going to leave it this way. I really dig it. I think it looks fantastic. I'm not going to monkey with this right now. I will consider whether or not I should put decals on it, and you can comment down below and tell me what you think. But yeah, there it is, my Brabham Repco Hot Wheel Redline. She's done. I think she looks amazing, and it's original. It's literally original. It's I mean, I defy you to go out and find a car of the casting of this quality, without paying a couple quadrillion dollars here. This thing looks fantastic, and it's ready to roll. I hope you loved this video. If you did, please give it a giant thumbs up, click subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss one of my videos. As always, if you have any questions or comments, and especially on a project like this, I'd love to hear what you're thinking. Let me know. Put them down in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and get out of here. I hope the rest of your day is phantasmagorically wonderful. Until next time, this is Paul from Fat Guy Productions saying, be good.